Hey, I'm Steve, and I'm back with another one of these amazing cars that's going to cross the block a little bit later on today. This is a 1957 Chevy Black Widow. Now, the thing to remember is that in the 1960s, of course, the muscle car thing happened, and it was a big deal. But in the 1950s, there was also a thing called the Great Detroit Horsepower Race. The 57 Chevy Black Widow is probably the epitome of what Chevrolet was up to during that time, before the AMA ban put an end to this kind of thing till 1960s. Under the hood of this car is a fuel-injected 283 small block. This is the first year for the Rochester fuel injection, and this motor was also used in Corvettes, but very, very few were installed in full-size Chevrolets. It's got a cold air zip tube to feed the air cleaner and keep nice, dense, cool air feeding to the engine. And this car was actually designed for use on NASCAR racetracks. Because the AMA ban hit in the middle of 1957, Chevrolet actually had to outsource the construction of these cars to a little-known guy named Smokey Unick down at a company called Sedco. So by going to a second-party builder, they were able to get away from the troubles they might have had with the AMA. Let's take a little walk around. Now, this is a 3-speed manual car, but we noticed that it shifted on the steering column. 4-speed shifters did not arrive in any production Chevrolet passenger car till the 1959 model year. So yeah, those NASCAR racers used to have to deal with their steering on the column like that. Now, inside the back, there's no rear seat. There's a roll bar in there. And again, it's a basic businessman special, but made to go fast around the dirt tracks of NASCAR. One thing that's kind of cool, too, is the wheels on this car. 1957 standard production Chevrolets, they went from a 15 to a 14-inch wheel to get a lower silhouette to the car. Well, in the Black Widows, they went the opposite. These are 15-inch wheels, and they feature 6-lug bolts. And what that means is there's basically half-ton pickup truck suspension parts under each one of these cars because they're stronger, tougher parts than the standard production car for taking the hammering on those round tracks down south in 57. Well, I'm here now with the creator of this amazing car, Sean Bryan. And Brian, Sean, tell me, what was the most difficult part to come up with on your tribute?
Actually buying it. I didn't actually create the car. I bought it from a gentleman I've done a lot of business with. I'm a classic car dealer in Seattle, and he did a fantastic job paying attention to detail and trying to make it exactly like one of the 12 that were originally created in 57.
Yeah. Now, I guess there's a thing called the Sedco Build Book. Tell me about that.
Well, there's, I think, 150 different components needed. The gentleman, the 12 varied a little bit, so it's hard to make them exactly like they were in 1957, but this one is about as close as you can get with all the components that he put on it.
Now, were all of the Black Widows fuel-injected, or were some dual-quad carbureted cars, do you know?
Well, after about a week of actually showing these cars in NASCAR, NASCAR said that they were going to take the fuel injections off, and then they went to the dual 4-barrels, and that's basically what they raced with. Yep. And
of course, these are the cars that would have done battle with the supercharged E-Code Ford Fairlanes, and man, what a great year it was, 1957 NASCAR. Let's take a closer look at the special rear suspension on this car. If you take a look there, you'll see basically a half-ton pickup truck differential. It's a lot stronger than the dropout style differential, and of course, there's also a factory brace on the bottom of that helps it to prevent deflection during races, and there's 4 shock absorbers at the rear axle on this one versus 2 for a standard Chevy. And it's a special car. This is lot number 7600. This car is going to cross the lot tonight sometime around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time.